Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Appreciate that, JROTC operator, J Blaze, and the level up man. Walter. Oh, come on out. All right, come on. Let's go.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 887th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small bleep energy. It is Friday, October 28th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are multi-streaming live simultaneously to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, mgtow.tv, manosphere.tv, DLive, Rumble, and in crystal clear high-resolution 4K 2 Sharp stream, which is absolutely free on the App Store and the Google Play Store for iOS and Android. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharp Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Quick announcements before we get started here. Be sure, hang on. Got to make sure Sterling is nice and straight there. There we go. I'm a stickler for that kind of stuff. Be sure to like the video if you do indeed like the video. Be sure to, if you like my channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have a strong opinion, one way or another, whether you agree or disagree, drop me a comment and let me know what you think. And last but not least, share these videos with anyone who pees standing up if you think they can use this content. Guys, be sure to tune into the hashtag How to Relationship podcast on Saturday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern. On the hashtag How to Relationship podcast, the lovely and talented Devin and I discuss current events pertaining to relationships from an RP perspective. We also talk about some of the dynamics of our relationship to give you guys some insight on what makes our relationship work. Be sure to set reminders to watch us on weekends. If you're not getting notifications from YouTube when I go live, and let's keep it real, you don't, download the SharpStream app and you'll never miss another live stream. The app is absolutely free. It is available, as I said before, for iOS and Android. Now, when you download the app, not only will you get push notifications when I go live on any platform, you will get access to all of my premium live content absolutely free. You're going to get access to my dating show breakdowns, my exclusive live streams, Red Pill Theater, where I do play-by-play breakdowns of movies from a Red Pill perspective, and everything else that is not safe for YouTube. Again, you can watch all this live for free exclusively on the app. Speaking of which, you guys asked for it, I delivered. I have finally started my play-by-play breakdowns of the Netflix dating show Love is Blind Season 3. This cast of characters has proven to be extremely interesting, unrealistic, lost, entertaining, you name it. One girl who looks to be pushing 300 pounds calls herself a foodie and is the first to get the ring. Another young lady is a sex worker who also teaches Pilates, who is probably engaged to a sugar daddy, and she probably still drives the car the sugar daddy gave her. Can't make this stuff up. And of course, a 31-year-old who said that her ovaries were screaming, which means she clearly has the baby rabies. And if you think the men on the show have learned from the past mistakes of Mark, Shane, Jarrett, and so forth, think again. They are every bit as clueless as one could expect. So season 3 appears to be both the best and the worst season of Love is Blind, which bodes well for us all. You can watch me break down every episode live weekday afternoons at 2 p.m. Eastern exclusively on Sharpe Stream, which again is absolutely free to download, and it is available for iOS and Android. Speaking of movie reviews, I will be continuing my play-by-play breakdown of the movie Down with Love, starring Ewan McGregor and Renee Zellweger. This tomorrow afternoon, at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So far with the movie, the movie's a lot of fun, a lot of good writing. We have a great time, guys. We have a great time. We have a lot of fun in the Sharpe Stream chat during these play-by-play breakdowns. So join us at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific tomorrow for the continuation of the play-by-play breakdown of Down with Love exclusively on Sharpe Stream. If for whatever reason you can't make it to the live shows, but you want to be able to watch the replays, become a patron or a Sharpe Stream member for less than 17 cents a day. As a Sharpe Stream member and or patron, you also get access to the podcast versions of my live streams like this one, which is all the content without any of the small talk, shilling, or me running my mouth about things you care nothing about, like my sponsors, my ebooks, or my bowling scores. To sign up, go to sharpestream.com or patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. It is good to have you guys in today. Shout out to the snipers on the Sharpe Stream side. JBlaze11, Dre Raven, Mark Whitmore, Blazanity, and Kyle 2020. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the YouTube side. 305 Ryder, a.k.a. Miami J, with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Says, for the cause, brother. Absolutely. Derek the Trader with the $10 super chat. Says, funny how life works. Whenever I run into a guy who's going through a divorce, I tell him it happens to the best of us, and I mean that literally. Look at Tom Brady. He is literally the best of us. Yes, we will most certainly get into that. Here very, very shortly. Obviously, I've got a few other topics to cover. Yes, you also like the fact Luop747 said that he likes the fact that the fat girl was a foodie. That is going to be, and again, it appears that he is probably not attracted to her. It appears he's probably not attracted to her. It'll be very, very interesting. It'll be very, very interesting to see how the social pressure to marry a plus-size girl gets to Brennan. No spoilers here. I'm chewing aspirin because I have a headache. Sorry about that. Pardon me. Brett Osika says Tom Brady, is going to have plenty of options and she won't have shit. Yeah, I mean, listen, the way it goes in these divorces or breakups, the woman always wins at first, right? Reports are Gisele Bündchen has been seen in Miami with Pete Davidson. Okay, she's having her fun. She's having her fun with the 10-inch destroyer. That is Pete Davidson. And she might move on and date other celebrities or rappers, but like I said before, Max Prestige Lyskin says, chewing aspirin, you psycho. Hey, man, guilty's charged. No, I actually like the taste of aspirin, Max. Prestige light skin. That's why I chew it. I'm a weirdo like that. But no one's going to want to wife up or commit to a 42-year-old single mother of 2, supermodel or not. It's just not going to work that way. I got somebody on the Zoom line. We've got Freshness AH. Go ahead and unmute yourself, my friend. Hey, Freshness, how you doing?
How you doing, Donovan?
Doing good, man. What's on your mind?
What's going on, man? Hey, I gotta agree 1,000%. They usually always win in the beginning, but as the years unfold, they become angrier towards you.
Yes.
And then they want to. And check this out, because I've been in this situation. I'm a divorced man. I was married for 9 years, had 3 kids with her.
Oh,
and
wow.
She really was very. She was very cocky. I would say the first 18 months of the procedures.
Right. Wow.
And
wow.
And she thought she was winning, and they always win in the beginning.
They
and
do.
It's like boxing.
Yes.
They can win 8 out of the 9 rounds, and then on the 9th round they get knocked out quick.
That's right. All it takes is one. It's almost like, I don't know if you follow boxing. Deontay Wilder probably has the greatest right hand ever, maybe second to Ernie Shavers. But he says, when I fight an opponent, they got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I got to be perfect for 1 second.
100%, man. And I want to tie my experience with the Tom Brady, what is going to happen.
Okay.
She will try to make herself look happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 1.
Yep.
Number 2, I think Brady will look like a defeated man in the beginning. And you could feel that energy, man,
Dude.
on the field yesterday.
Oh, my God. Listen, you look at him at the podium. Dude, he's lost weight. Clearly, he's not playing the same. And I'll talk about all of this. The divorce has clearly affected him. I don't think there's any question about that.
I've been there before, man. I can relate to that feeling
Shit.
yesterday.
Man.
It is affecting his rhythm. But here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Give it about 12 to 18 months. Once the tide starts to change, and when she starts to see him with younger females in their 20s,
Oh, yes.
she's going to get very angry, as if he has to explain himself.
Whew. Man, oh, man.
And I've dated after my divorce females that when I look at my ex-wife, I only thank the Lord that I am a divorced man because of the quality I get compared to the woman that I have. When I look at my ex-wife,
Dude.
it's like a train that has to be replaced, man.
Yo.
I'm sorry. That's just
Hey, look, man, you are not lying. Not all of my exes. My ex-wife is a shit show. My ex-girlfriend Amy is equally a shit show. Like, I won, and I'm glad that you're pointing out the fact that women, they win in the beginning, right? They're riding the carousel, they've got their flavors of the week, but just like you said, in 12 to 18 months, things are going to start to settle. The dust is going to start to settle. People are going to start to settle into their lives. And in the end, if you keep your shit together as a man, you're the one that ends up winning. I'll give you the last word.
And I want to add another iconic athlete, Scottie Pippen.
Oh,
Look what
yes.
happened to him during his divorce.
Oh, yeah.
He became crazy. He
Yep.
became lunatic, started attacking Michael Jordan. But
Yeah.
now when he's calmed down a little bit, I don't know if you've seen the pictures last month where he was seen with a female, I think in her 20s.
Yeah, of course.
And look where Larsa Pippen is at now. She's self-destructive.
Yeah.
I mean, you've said this all the time. They all self-destruct. With that said, I wish Tom Brady the best, man. I'm class of 2001. When I graduated high school, and we're still watching Tom Brady. I'm 39 years old.
Yeah, I know.
And,
it's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah. He'll recover. I hope he gets back in the winning rhythm. I think a lot of people's expectation of him on the field is still high, so I would like to see them at least make the wild card.
Yeah.
But he'll recover, man. This is Tom Brady. If he goes to Brazil,
Oh,
he can do whatever he wants.
Yo, listen, let's hope he doesn't go to Brazil. Freshness AH, thanks for chiming in, man. I appreciate it.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, he's right. He is absolutely right, man. He's absolutely right. You're going to the woman is going to win it first. She's going to win it first. She'll be with Pete Davidson or this celebrity or that celebrity. But somebody just hang on a second. Somebody just said something. It was yeah, he'll be something that has to do with, yes, Tom Brady's going to have his pick of Instagram models. Sweet Spot says Tom signed a $100+ million to do commentary for one of the networks. No. Tom Brady signed a $375 million contract. 10 years, $375 million contract to do commentary, play-by-play commentary for Fox. And so money-wise, he's going to be good. Dating-wise, he's going to be good. So yeah, I mean, we'll get into this. We'll get into this a little bit later when we really get into this. But first, let us hang on a second. All right, perfect. So let us. So I'm going to talk about a few things here before we get this party started here. Oh, give me a second. All right, let's see here. We've got the okay, there's the Brittany Renner thing. Okay, looking good. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay. All right, very good. So shout out to Devin. Shout out to Devin who really you know she may as well be the producer of the show. Because Devin, like, I'll be like, Dev, I need you to find me X, Y, and Z, and 10 times out of 10, she always finds it. She always finds it, man. She never ever lets me down. And so I saw somebody reviewing the Brittany Renner commercial, and I said to myself, "Oh boy, we got to check this out." So let's listen to these. Watch these Brittany Renner commercials. So. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what Crystal is kind of like White Castle. For those of you unfamiliar with White Castle burgers are the small, the very very small, bite size. They're like hamburger sliders. The more you eat, the shorter your life becomes, but they are absolutely magical and they are delicious. Crystal burgers are kind of the same way. It's sort of in the same vein, but now it appears Crystal has a chicken sandwich, and they hired the lovely and not so talented Brittany Renner to pitch this. And so let's take a look and listen. Oh boy.
The only side chicks I've seen that look better than me are these right here.
Oh my God.
Introducing 3 new, thicker, juicier side chicks.
Damn, that does look good, doesn't it? Damn.
Decided to start.
Oops. Let's cancel. Oh.
Today, I'm going to...
Sorry. Love Rebecca Barrett, but I'm not talking about her today. All right, so that is commercial number 1. This is commercial number 2. I apologize, guys. We do it live. All right, here we go.
Attention, a 10 is speaking. These 3 new Crystal side chicks are thicker, juicier, and crispier than ever. Keep your main thing if you want. We just want to be your side chick.
Unbelievable. Keep your main thing if you want. We just want to be your side chick. So, my thoughts on this are, listen, congratulations to her for leaning into this side chick thing, but this sets an extremely bad and dangerous precedent. When girls see this kind of stuff, because we all know that Brittany Renner is the industry side chick. She's really just kind of like Superhead, right? And I said it. I said it, about a week and a half ago? Superhead is Brittany Renner in 10 years. Superhead is Brittany Renner in 10 years. That's what it is. But Brittany Renner is the industry side chick. She's dated rappers, athletes, blah, 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 blah. Had a baby with PJ Washington, then 2 weeks later filed for divorce. The joke's on her because she's really not getting support like that. But the fact that young women look up to this girl and now they see her getting national sponsorship deals for being a side chick. Like, I understand the messaging. I do. And her publicists, her handlers, they're absolutely brilliant. No question about it. Brilliance personified. Brilliance personified. But this is a bad... Listen, I'm sure... I hope she made bank, but this is a bad look. Like, you're and I guess she's trying the agree and amplify thing. I think maybe she's trying the agree and amplify thing, but dude, it does not, like, this is, it's a bad look. It really, really, really is a bad look. The phone lines are open, 516-387-1987, 516-387-1987. Yep, Cigar Man 85 on the Sharp Stream site says, yeah, now side chicks are mainstream. I understand it. She's got good PR people, just like D Wees on the YouTube side says. But NBA Crypto Boy nailed it. Says agree and amplify doesn't work for women. No, it does not. No, it does not. Brittany Renner has, dude, that's it. She's done. No man is going to take her seriously. No man is going to take her seriously. Not that they were going to yesterday or before I found out about this commercial, but Brittany Renner, she is the quintessential example of what not to do in your dating life. She ran her mouth about everybody. Even Cam Newton said, listen, I'm not going to date you because I don't want to end up in your book. I do not want to end up in your book. And so now, having really nothing else to lean on, I suppose she's now doing crystal side chick menus or side chick sandwiches. And the sandwiches look absolutely wonderful. I wish I had a crystal. I wish I had a crystal out here in Philly, because I'm gonna tell you what, that crunch on that chicken sandwich, woo wee. But you see all of the innuendos. The side chick is thicker and juicier. This is a play. This is a play on words. I guess Brittany Renner has a thick and juicy booty that you just want to take. I mean, listen, we all see this. We all see what's going on. It's the end for Brittany Renner. That's for sure. It's the end for her. But if it's the end for her, I guess she may as well go down with a little bit of money in her pocket. But this is a bad look. And, I wonder what her son is going to think. It's almost like Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, when she is out, people are calling her a whore. They're calling her a slut. Guess what? Brittany Renner's kid, and he's a cutie pie, but he's going to be subjected to those same things, and it's a shame. It's a shame. Okay, Damon Dennis with the $20 super chat says, Sly Stallone's wifey smartened up and reconsidered. That's what I thought would happen. I thought Gisele was essentially shit testing him, and she was. Tom passed the shit test, but he decided to, continue on. Yeah. And I'll get into the reasons why I think. I'll get into the reasons why Gisele actually went through with the divorce. All right, 516-387-1987, 516-387-1987. We got Kareem in the NYC. Kareem in New York City, you're on Live with Donovan. What's on your mind?
Hey, how's it going today, Donovan?
Doing good, man. It's been a little while since we've talked.
Yeah, definitely been a while. I see your Eagles are doing good, man.
Yes, sir. Eagles. Hey, listen, don't sleep on the Phillies either, man. We're in the World Series, Game 1 tonight.
Oh yeah. I was surprised by that, man. Shout out, they had the I'm a Yankees and a Giants fan. I'm from New York. So
Oh, okay, I got you.
Had Joe Girardi,
Oh yeah,
and he was fired.
Yep. Yeah, we got Rob. Yeah, we got Rob Thompson. Now we're in the series. So what's up, brother?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, great show as always. It's crazy because I remember when you said she was doing a sugar honey iced tea test, and the crazy thing about this whole situation is she's willing to break up her family, right?
Yep.
And then she'll be another woman that they'll give a platform to talk crap about, their marriage and stuff like that.
Right,
man.
Right,
it's like, what is the point of even getting married in the West now? I don't see it.
Jesus,
man. For kids, of course. Yeah, because the only ones that suffer is the kids. They suffer the most, you know.
Yep.
So now they'll go from seeing dad frequently to barely seeing him. We know this divorce is going to get ugly, not because of anything surrounded by a moral compass. It'll just be to get back at him because she feels a certain way.
Yeah, it's all about.
It's insane, man.
Yeah, it's all about. You know what they say. It's all about feels over reals, man. Anytime, people get divorced, it's almost always for selfish reasons. And what American mothers fail to realize is that once you have children, it's no longer about you. It's no longer about you. Women don't get divorced these days because my husband is doing something to my children. No, they get divorced. They get divorced. They get divorced because of how they feel. They get divorced because of how they feel. I feel like he's not paying too much attention. I feel like this. We grew apart, et cetera, et cetera. What about the kids, man?
It's exactly the kid, and that's the thing. Like the kids, they'll benefit more of being in a two parents household.
Right.
We all know the stats and the lasting effects that broken homes have on. This is the reason why we have. This is the reason the inner city is the way it is.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And it's just it's ridiculous, man. And also on the thing you just showed with Brittany Renner, we even have companies supporting this low moral behavior.
Unbelievable, man.
So again, like I always tell people, man, it's really unbelievable. But you know what I tell people? We've seen historically nations fall because of internal problems. We always try to focus on these external enemies, and it's like this: when this great nation falls, we have no one to blame but ourselves.
100%.
We can't point. Let's point the fingers at ourselves.
Yep.
Because this is a side chick mill. Come on, man.
Yeah.
There's no shame anymore.
No. They're glorifying it. They're glorifying being a side chick, and now they're paying girls for being side chicks. Kareem in the NYC, thanks for chiming in, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to Jay Blaze in Maine. Jay Blaze in Maine, you're on Live with Donovan. What's on your mind?
Hey, Don, do you ever watch that show Drive to Survive?
Oh, Formula One.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you see those guys and their ability to just turn off any sort of outside interference.
It's incredible.
Few people can ever do that. And Tom Brady was able to do that. And so, dude, she will never understand. I can't understand it. And I'm a guy.
Right.
But she never understood his ability to just get laser focused on his goals.
Yep.
And so I don't think she understands, like, you have Leo who keeps going after 25-year-olds. Dude, Tom Brady was in a relationship with Bridget Monahan.
Yep.
And then in a relationship with Gisele. He is going to be even more prized than Leo.
Bruh.
Because he's a commitment guy.
Yes. He's a commitment
Dude,
guy.
women are going to be after him.
And not only that, Jay Blaze, the consensus is that it's Gisele's fault. Like, in both male and female circles, men and women are like, well, this is Gisele's fault. She wants him around. He's a football player. What did you expect? Et cetera, et cetera. And you're right. The fact that he is a commitment guy makes him, dude, he's literally going to be able to write his own ticket, man. He's going to be up to his eyeballs in IG models, just like you said in the chat.
And, dude, she has basically become a Reddit, stereotype. A early 40s woman who just wants to go back on the carousel.
There you go. And that is not attractive, man. Jay Blaze, I appreciate you. I appreciate you chiming in, man.
Thank you.
All right, dude. Jay Blaze is 1,000% correct. 1,000% correct. Gisele has just become a statistic. She's just become a statistic. She's a 40-something woman trying to get her groove back. She has no idea that Tom Brady is the best she will ever do. She has no fucking clue, man. Mr. J with the $5 super chat says, remember what I said. Business is about money, and money gives no fucks about no one. Those publicists know what they are doing, and she don't care either. No, she didn't give a damn. She does not. She should start. Southpaw 2K1. Southpaw 2K1. Jesus. $2 super chat says, Brittany Renner better save that crystal money. Yeah, she better. I wonder what her net worth is. Computer, what is Brittany Renner's net worth?
Valerie Bertinelli is worth an estimated $20 million.
I said Brittany Renner. She said Valerie Bertinelli. Jesus. Computer, stop. Never mind. Teddy Beer with the $5 Canadian super chat says, how insatiable does one have to be when guys like Tom Brady and Sylvester Stallone aren't enough? I mean, dude, all of these are great questions. All of these are great questions. Gisele is absolutely, positively going to regret this. She really is. All right, let me get back into these ridiculous TikTok videos. So this first TikTok video was created by a woman named Julie Taffeteller. And what comes out of this woman's mouth, you're not going to believe. Here we go.
Statistically more likely to initiate a divorce, but they are not statistically more likely to initiate a breakup. Those statistics are roughly the same.
Are you kidding me?
Let's look at marriage. Women are also statistically more likely to be taking care of the household chores, and they're statistically more likely to be taking care of most, if not all, things related to the children. And they're statistically more likely to seek marriage help and marriage counseling to try to improve the relationship. So it's specifically related to the imbalance of the physical and emotional workload inside of marriage. Divorce is a soul-shifting, gut-wrenching decision with financially, physically, and emotionally devastating consequences. No one wants to get a divorce. They want to get away from emotional pain. They want to be connected to a partner who genuinely cares about them, which is why I focus so strongly on rebuilding connection first, before communication, before anything else. Connection is a skill set, and it can be learned. Follow me for more relationship gold.
Oh my God, more relationship gold. This bitch just said a whole lot of nothing, but let's go through this again and break it down Donovan Sharpe style. Let's do it.
Are statistically more likely to initiate a divorce.
Yes, they are statistically more likely to initiate a divorce. Yeah, thank you, Captain Obvious. Women file for divorce 80% of the time. 8 out of 10 divorces are filed by women. And the reason they're filed by women is because they are financially motivated to do so. As Pearl so eloquently stated just downstairs, not more than a week ago, women are paid to leave. This is why they file for divorce.
But they are not statistically more likely to initiate a breakup.
But they are not statistically more likely to initiate a breakup. That is 474% wrong. 474% wrong. Statistically, Statistically, dude, you ask the average man, how many times have you been dumped? You ask the average man, how many times have you been dumped? And yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Right? You ask the average woman how many times she's been dumped. 1, maybe twice. Gentlemen, men don't leave relationships. Women do. Men don't leave relationships. Women do. And Rick, my friend, I love you. I do. But if you take one more shot at Pearl, I'm going to ban you. You can talk shit about Pearl on other forums. You're not going to do it here. Pearl is a friend, and you will respect her as my friend. But for her to say that men are statistically more likely to initiate a breakup. Dude, where is she getting that from? Like, where the hell is she getting that from? See, this is one of the many statistics that women just pull out of thin air and say it's true. Now, statistically, women file for divorce more. But guess what? 9 out of 10 relationships are ended by women. Fuck out of here.
Those statistics are roughly the same.
Oh, those statistics are roughly the same. So men and women initiate breakups at the same rate. You take 100 men and 100 women. You take 100 men and 100 women. You ask them, how many times have you been dumped? How many times have you been dumped? Dude, 90% of the women are going to say I've never been dumped.
So let's look at marriage. Women are also statistically more likely to be taking care of the household chores.
That's because it's their job. That's because it's her job, sweetheart. A woman's job is to take care of the kids and the house. So I don't know why we're talking about those statistics.
And they're statistically more likely to be taking care of most, if not all, things related to the children. And
again, it's her job.
They're statistically more likely to seek marriage help and marriage counseling to try to improve the relationship.
Now that she has right. Yes, women are more statistically likely to seek marriage counseling and this and that and the third. But the reason they do it, when a woman suggests to her husband, hey, I think we need marriage counseling. When she suggests that to her husband, it means she's already on her way out. Marriage counseling has never helped any marriage ever. It just hasn't. When your wife suggests, hey, maybe we should try marriage counseling, dude, it's already over, fam. It's already over. Women who suggest going to marriage counseling, it's like the fat chick who buys the ab roller. She buys the treadmill. She gets a couple of dumbbells. She gets the shake weights. She tries every gimmick she can just so that she can go and get bariatric surgery. She gets all of this stuff. She tries all the fad diets. She does all of these things just so she can tell Dr. Now, I've tried everything. Well, it's the same thing with marriage counseling. The only reason why women suggest marriage counseling is because they want to be able to say, well, we tried everything. We tried marriage counseling and that didn't work. No woman ever goes into marriage counseling with the, how can I put this? No, women don't go into marriage counseling with the intent on improving or saving their marriage. Nope. Nope. They just want to they go to marriage counseling to get told that they're right. Mac with the $2 super chat says validation. Bingo. That's right. Bingo. CigarMan85 with the $5 super chat says, soon the IRS is going to give tax credit to side chicks and sugar babies like marriage couples. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Let's continue.
So it's specifically related to the imbalance of the physical and emotional workload inside of marriage. Divorce is a soul-shifting, gut-wrenching decision with financially, physically, and emotionally devastating consequences.
That is true for men. Why do you think, like she's sitting here talking about, physically and devastating? Yes, it is for men. Let's tell the whole truth.
No one wants to get a divorce.
No one wants to get a divorce. Are you kidding me? Women throw divorce parties. Women throw divorce parties. There are women who get married who have already retained a divorce attorney.
They want to get away from emotional pain. They want to be connected to a partner who genuinely cares about them, which is why I focus so strongly on rebuilding connection first, before communication, before anything else. Connection is a skill set, and it can be learned. Follow me for more relationship gold. Women...
I'm not trying to be mean, but bitch, you need a dentist. Sorry. I'm not going to take relationship advice from someone who needs a dentist. All right, let's go to the next one. This one is actually quite, it looks like she's got a cocktail in her hand, which tells us all we need to know about this chick. Here we go. The process
of divorce is painful, excruciating, heartbreaking.
Hang on.
It's basically just an extended break.
Hang on. Here we go.
Sure, the process of divorce is painful, excruciating, heartbreaking. It's basically just an extended breakup that requires lawyers.
For men. Where do these women... It's so funny. Now we have women on TikTok talking about how devastating divorce is. It's not devastating for women. It's not devastating for women, dude. Fuck out of here.
There's nothing fun about that process. People aren't in my comments talking about how great divorce is because they enjoyed the process. No one enjoys the process. It's because being free of a bad marriage is one of the best feelings in the world. And yes, divorce can be difficult for children. It's a big adjustment. But in my personal experience, divorced happy parents are far superior to married miserable
Here we
parents.
go. There's the excuse. All right, so here we go. Let's do it.
Sure, the process of divorce is painful, excruciating, heartbreaking. It's basically just an extended breakup that requires lawyers. There's nothing fun about that process.
Nothing fun about that process. What are you talking about? And again, women are not the ones that have to live in an efficiency. Women are not the ones who, they're not the ones who have to give up custody of their kids. Again, this is a one-sided argument.
People aren't in my comments talking about how great divorce is because they enjoyed the process. No one enjoys the process.
What is she talking about? Women totally enjoy the process. That's why they throw divorce parties.
It's because being free of a bad marriage is one of the best feelings in the world. And yes, divorce.
Being free of a bad marriage is one of the best feelings in the world. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Art Reyes nailed it. Blah, blah, blah. No accountability.
Can be difficult for children. It's a big adjustment. But in my personal experience, divorced happy parents are far superior to married miserable parents.
No, they're fucking not. No, they're not. Divorced happy parents are far more damaging than married miserable ones. Children need a two-parent home. They need a two-parent home. What about the fucking kids? What about the kids? Nope. I'm not happy, so I'm going to blow up our relationship. Unbelievable. No accountability. No accountability whatsoever. These fucking bitches, dude. This is ridiculous. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, this one. This is my girl right here. This bitch is crazy. Listen and learn.
If I could go back in time and tell my younger self anything, I would say dump any man at the slightest inconvenience.
What?
Literally, don't think about it because it's not going to matter in the future.
Whoa.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
When you first dump somebody, especially when you're young, it really feels like it's the end of the world. But there are so many men out there who are willing to do anything and everything to be with a woman like you, that if a man right now is not opening doors for you, paying for your dates, making sure that you feel like the most most special woman in the world.
Bitch.
Trust me when I tell you, yes, it's gonna hurt to let him go,
Really,
but there's
nigga?
gonna be a man out there that's gonna be your future husband.
There it
And
is.
that's gonna do all of that
Here we
and
go.
more.
Here we go.
If the man that you're dating is not meeting all of your expectations, and whatever your expectations are, you should get them to be higher, you literally need to let him go. Let him go. Because I promise you, when you're 30 and you're about to marry the love of your life, those men are not going to matter. Dump him.
Okay. Wow. All right, so let's run back through this.
If I could go back in time and tell my younger self anything, I would say dump any man at the slightest inconvenience.
And now we know why relationships are in the shit. Now we know why relationships are in the shit. Dump any man at the first sign of inconvenience. Sweetheart, I hate to break it to you, but the highest quality, highest value men out there will greatly inconvenience you as a woman. You better fucking believe it. That is a sign of a high-value man, my friends. That is the sign of a high-value man. If a man you're dating inconveniences you in any way, that means he's got other shit going on. He's got other stuff going on. But this woman is like, hey, at the first inconvenience, dump him. This is the false abundance mindset that women have. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that this woman is actually giving this kind of advice.
Literally, don't think about it because it's not going to matter in the future.
Literally, don't think about it. I hate girls who talk like that. Literally. So just dump him without even thinking about it. Okay. All right.
Let me tell you why. When you first dump somebody, especially when you're young, it really feels like it's the end of the world. But
when you dump someone, right? So we had one bitch talking about, statistically more likely to end relationships, but how many videos out there by women, dump him at the first sign of trouble?
there are so many men out there who are willing to do anything and everything to be with a woman like you, that if a man right now is not...
Yeah, Donald J. DeMarco says that's a Hispanic L. Yeah, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's just, it's pretentious. Yes, Jay Blaze says the Jessica voice. Dude, bingo.
Opening doors for you, paying for your dates, making sure that you feel like the most special woman in the world.
Okay.
Trust me when I tell you, yes, it's gonna hurt to let him go, but there's gonna be a
See,
man
she did the... When they do this, when girls do this, or that's overconfidence, that's pretentiousness. Number one, men of value aren't going to be holding doors open and paying for dates for women who haven't proven themselves. That's what this comes down to. That's what this comes down to. Men who are worth the damn are not just going to freely give away their tears, their time, energy, attention, and resources to a woman simply because she is equipped with two breasts, a vagina, and a beehole. Not going to happen. Now, that used to get you quite a bit back in the day, but men have wised up. Feminism has literally shifted the leverage to the top 10% of men. And so that's why we are where we are. But men of value no longer, like dudes are not being fooled anymore. Dudes are not being fooled anymore. They're not. Any man who's worth a damn is not going to treat you with all this reverence and respect that you haven't earned. Remember, and here's the thing. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't heard this, but here's the Reader's Digest version in terms of a definition of a simp. A simp is a man who gives an undeserving woman access to his time, energy, attention, and resources. Let me repeat that. A simp is a man who gives an undeserving woman his access to his time, his energy, his attention, and his resources. In other words, doing shit for women that haven't earned it yet. Do not hold the door for a woman unless she acts like a lady. Do not pay for a date until she gives up the booty. Or if she pays for a date too. If she's the kind to withhold sex, no problem. Next date's on you. I got to get something out of this. I'm either getting pussy or I'm getting fed. Real talk. Real talk. You want to separate yourself from all the other girls? All right, cool. You're not giving it up. You're still around. Bet. You're paying for the date. Because I'm getting something out of this because I got options.
And out there, that's going to be your future husband, and that's going to do all of that and more.
See? She just assumes that there's just going to be this sea of men. This is where women go horribly wrong, guys. Women have this attitude, there's always going to be another man. Until, of course, there's not.
If the man that you're dating is not meeting all of your expectations, and whatever your expectations are, you should get them to be higher.
And why should you get them to be higher? See? This is the difference between men and women. Women just say, I'm just going to raise my expectations without raising their value. We as men, we understand we can't raise our expectations until we raise our value. That's just the way of it. It just does. I mean, like, I can say I want a bad bitch and all of that, but dude, you got to be a boss. You got to be a boss nigga. That's the way, dude, that's the way it's got to be. You got to be a boss.
Really need to let him go. Let him go. Because I promise you, when you're 30 and you're about to marry the love of your life, those men are
30. Oh my God. When you're 30 and you're about to marry the love of your life, wow.
They're not going to matter. Dump him.
Dump him. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Jay Blaze with the $2 super chat says, Don, will the Brady divorcing hurt marriage rate more? Yes, it most certainly will. Because if Tom Brady's not enough, nobody is. Right? Jerry Raven, $5 says, guys, 10 years from now, this chick will be desperate to get your attention in the gym. Holy smokes. Guys, for the first time in a while, I need to take a bathroom break. Give me 5 minutes, and I swear I'll be right back. Or 10. All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Apologies. Apologies to you guys for that. Devin's cooking something down there because I can smell it. Let me get to some of these chats here. MGTOW by Logic with the $5 super chat says, "Don't worry, Tom. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Just get back out there and pick better next time." I think he's going to have a lot of suitors. Yeah. I'm a very quick pooper, guys. It does not it doesn't take me long to poop at all. Like a lot of people, and it's just off the topic, it amazes me how long it takes some people to poop. Like, dude, they're in there for 15, 20 minutes. Dude, I'm in there. Dude, I'm trying to get on and off the commode under 2.5 minutes. Like, max. I'm not trying to say, no. Nope. Sorry. Nope. I'm trying to be up out of there. Sub-Zero says, "I caught a live for the first time in a while." Awesome. Thank you very, very much for that. There were a couple of other comments that I wanted to, somebody asked about my opinion. Oh, I forget who it was, but somebody wanted to know my opinion on the new Black Panther movie. I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to see that. I have no interest in a female Black Panther, and all the propaganda, it was very easy to see. NBA Crypto Boy says, "Are there real statistics on that claim?" Of course not. Of course there aren't. Roland Orike says, "Donovan, you out of pocket with that mic drop." Hey, man. I mean, the bitch she needed to see the dentist. I mean, I don't know. Right? I mean, that's, there was one more. Doom Thagoon says, "Donovan, how is Pearl your friend if men and women can't be friends?" I've never said that men and women can't be friends. Men and women can absolutely be friends. It almost always benefits the woman. My relationship with Pearl, clearly mutually beneficial. I'm not trying to smash her. She's not trying to smash me. We're both content creators. That's how we can be friends. Come on, let's be grown-ups here. Let's be grown-ups here. Phone lines are open, guys. 516-387-1987. 516-387-1987. DJ B Fit, $5 says, "So Don, who won, Green Bay Packers or the Browns?" Definitely the Browns. So, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen situation. And area code 617, I see you on the line. I'm going to get to you here very shortly. The fact of the matter is, guys, is that, and we talked about this a little earlier in the show. We talked about this a little earlier in the show. It is very clear, and those of you who aren't sports fans probably aren't aware of this, right? This story has gone mainstream, like it's being covered on the national news and all that good stuff, because Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen, clearly celebrities. He's 7-time Super Bowl champion. She's internationally acclaimed supermodel, etc., etc. And a lot of men in this community are saying the same things. They're saying, hey, Tom's going to be okay and blah, 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 blah. And we all know that he is going to be fine. We all know that he's going to be fine. But if you are a sports fan, and you regularly watch football like myself, Miami Jay Blaze, it is very, very clear that Tom Brady looks like a shell of himself. Now, there are a few factors involved. Number one, Bruce Arians is no longer the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The head coach is now Todd Bowles. Reports were that Brady and Bruce Arians didn't really get along. They didn't see eye to eye a lot of times, and Brady wanted someone who was a little more amiable. That's why Todd Bowles is now the head coach. Todd Bowles is not the same. He's not as good a head coach as Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians is still in the front office. He's still in the front office, but he just doesn't have, he's not there doing the day-to-days, calling plays, this and that and the third. That's one reason. Todd Bowles is just not the same coach as Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians has won a Super Bowl. Todd Bowles has not. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, right? Another reason, there have been injuries. You know, Ryan Jensen, probably one of the best centers in the league. He's been hurt on and off. Tristan Wirfs was hurt. He's one of the best left tackles in football. He's been in and out of the lineup. That's the first thing. Or that's the second thing. The third thing, Tom Brady's 45 years old, guys. He's 45. And oh, by the way, this is how good he is. This is how good he is. We're all wondering what's wrong with Tom Brady. He threw for 325 yards yesterday. They lost the game. He threw for 325 yards. This is how great Brady is. But another reason he's struggling is that he's 45. I couldn't imagine doing what Tom does dude, I'm 45. Tom Brady's exactly 8 days older than I am. He was born August 3rd. I was born August 11th, 1977. We are both exactly the same age. I can imagine being out there doing that. He's been at this for almost half his life. He's been doing this for almost half his life. So those are some outside reasons as to why Brady has struggled this year. However, and I know a lot of guys don't want to hear this. I know a lot of us red pill, guys don't want to hear this. But the main reason Brady is struggling is because of what's going on at home. Right? Like, listen, we know Tom's going to be fine. We know he's probably going to be dating a woman half his age, half his wife's age. Within a few short months. We know he's going to be all right. We know he's going to be okay. Okay? But guys, let's call it what it is. Tom Brady loves Gisele. This man just got divorced by his wife of 13 years. They have 2 kids together. And while it's very easy for guys like us to say, fuck it, forget about her, blah, 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 the fact of the matter is that he loved this woman. He probably still loves her. The woman that he has started a family with no longer wants to be married to him. Guys, to be able to play this game at the level that Tom Brady plays it takes, dude, you can't have any distractions. And Brady knew the price he had to pay. He famously said, hey, listen, if you're going to beat me, if you want to be better than me, you're going to have to give up your life because I've given up mine. Brady knew what the cost was. He understood, okay, I'm going to be making some decisions, and these are the costs. Brady has made sacrifices at every turn. This is the cost. He's won 7 Super Bowls. It was at some point, this was going to catch up to him, right? Now, Gisele is still in the wrong for wanting this divorce. We can get into that a little bit later. But let's not just pretend that Gisele was just some IG thought that he was smashing for 2 weeks and they broke up. No. These people were together for 13 years, guys. They created memories together. They created people together. That's not something that you can just compartmentalize. This is why at training camp he had to take 11 days off at training camp. Couldn't focus. And yes, we as men, we have the ability to be able to compartmentalize things. We leave work at work, we leave home at home. But when it comes to a relationship that you've been in For over a decade, you've got 2 children, beautiful memories together. You've been all over the world. Your families know each other. That's not easy to get over. Tom Brady is clearly still hurting. Guys, you can see him. Again, those of us who watch sports, we can see the physical changes. Tom Brady, dude, he looks exhausted. The weight loss, he's probably lost 15, 20 pounds since the beginning of the season. He looks thin, he looks frail, he looks exhausted, he looks frail, he looks defeated. Any woman can bring any man to his knees, and we know Tom is going to be okay. We know that Tom is going to be okay. But let's not pretend that his family life imploding right before our very eyes. Let's not pretend that, he's just going to be, no. He'll be fine and he'll move on, but it's going to take a while. It is going to take a while. If Devin and I were to ever break up, guys, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it would be easy. If Devin and I were to ever break up, if I had decided to leave or if she decided to leave, yeah, I'd be fucking devastated. Right? I'd probably take maybe a couple of days off just to get my affairs in order. Because I love this woman. I love Devin. We've been together. Dude, we've known each other. God, we've known each other almost 8 years, been in a relationship for almost 6. Like, we've known each other for a long, long time. Our 6-year anniversary is going to be on January 19th. If Devin or I decided to leave, I can just be, well, in other news today, Devin is no longer my girlfriend, but let's go ahead and get to today's topic. No. Devin and I, we have created an unbelievable life together. We've created a brand together. Now, that being said, if Devin and I were to break up, eventually, I'd be all right. I'd be okay because I'm me, right? Will it be easy to get over Devin? Of course not. Getting over her is going to be difficult. I don't care how red pill you are. When you love someone, you love someone. And whether I or she decides to walk away, it's going to hurt. But at the end of the day, guys, you can only rely on yourself. And as great as the living the Vegas life was, I had to break up with the Vegas life. That didn't really hurt that much, actually. There was a little bit of boredom at first. Devin remembers. All I did was complain about how Reno basically wasn't Vegas, but there was no emotional attachment to the Vegas lifestyle. That was all, to me, that was all temporary. It was, dude, girls, booze, nose candy, cars, strip clubs, all that stuff. It was great, but it's not fulfilling. It's not. And as great as that magic carpet ride was in the 702, guys, my life right now is 100 times better. Don't get me wrong. I loved living that Vegas hangover lifestyle. But my life now is a lot better. My life now is a lot better. So I said all that to say this. We basically sort of the underscore, the tagline for the Red Pill community is basically bitches ain't shit. Right? Like, it's basically bitches ain't shit. Fuck the AMS says fuck these hoes to sleep. Listen, all of that is correct. But let's not underestimate, how can I put this? Let's not underestimate the positive impact that finding and building a woman to be the right woman for you. Let's not understate that. If Tom Brady had it to do again, he would do it the same way. He's got kids. He now has 3 kids. He had one with Bridget Moynihan. And as much as this sucks for Brady, I can promise you he doesn't regret any of it. He's like, you know what? It sucks it sucks to have had gone through this. But, hey, man, we got we made two beautiful people together. We went on endless adventures, right? I won 4 Super Bowls with her at my side. And now it's time to move on. So, again, we all know bitches ain't shit and all the rest of that stuff. But I'm here to tell you, having lived both lifestyles, it is much... Now, this is not to say that you need a woman to be happy. Please believe that is not what I'm saying. I would be content with or without Devin. Please believe. I'd have got to this point with or without her. Now, because I do have her, this happened a lot more quickly. But at the end of the day, with or without her, I'm going to be okay. But I'm also not going to sit here and say that my life would be that my life isn't better with her in it. My life is better with Devin in it. Tom Brady's life was better with Gisele in it, and now his life is going to be better without her. GB says that's the price for being at the top. And in closing, before I get to the phone lines here, in closing, this just goes to show that everything has costs, guys. Every decision you make has costs. Every decision. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback who ever lived, and it's not close. Guys, watch and enjoy this. Brady's never going to happen again. Dude, there have been some records that we thought were unreachable. Lou Gehrig playing in 2,030 straight games. Cal Ripken broke that, or 2,130 straight games. Cal Ripken in 1995 at Oriole Park in Camden Yards, I watched it when I was in college, he broke that record. 2,131 straight games. Nobody thought anybody would ever break that. He broke it. He broke it. Now, the 56-game hitting streak by Joe DiMaggio, that one's going to be tough. Guys, 7 Super Bowls. That's never going to happen. Patrick Mahomes ain't winning 7 Super Bowls. Josh Allen's not winning 7 Super Bowls. You want to know why? Because of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. That's why. We are never, ever going to see this again. What Brady accomplished will never be seen again. But in order to be that great, it takes sacrifices. It takes sacrifices. You can't expect to be a titan of the industry and conquer the world and have the best relationship with your family. If you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company and you're working 16, 18-hour days, your wife is probably having an affair and your kids probably don't like you very much, but they're set for life. That's the price you pay. Brady is he is the greatest quarterback ever, might even be the greatest football player ever. That did not come for free. That did not come for free. So now the question becomes, if you were to ask Tom Brady, if you were to give Tom Brady 2 choices, okay? Choice number 1, you get 3 Super Bowls, you marry Gisele, you don't win another one, you guys stay together. Or you get 3 Super Bowls, you marry Gisele, you get 4 more Super Bowls, then Gisele leaves. Guys, 16 times out of 10, Tom Brady's going to say, you know what? I wouldn't change it. I would not change it for the world. Tom Brady made a decision early on in life. He made a decision when he was the 199th pick overall in 2000 to the New England Patriots. He said, I am going to do whatever it takes, literally whatever it takes, to reach the mountaintop. And he did it 7 times. By the way, he's been to 10 Super Bowls. 10 Super Bowls, guys. This man has a 700 winning percentage in the Super Bowl. We got quarterbacks out here that haven't even won 10 games. This guy's been to 10 Super Bowls, won 7. One loss was to these guys right here. Shout out to Nick Foles. Hashtag Philly special. But guys, to get to 10 Super Bowls and win 7, guys, it doesn't only cost mental and physical taxation. No. Your relationships with your family is going to suffer. Your wife is not going to be happy. Your kids are going to miss you. This is not right. This is not wrong. It just is. Brady made his choice early on, and if you asked him, hey, Brady, if you were to do it again, I guarantee you, he would tell you, I wouldn't change a thing. He'd probably say, look, I mean, I'd like to have Gisele right now, but if I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything. 516-387-1987, 516-387-1987. Let us go to Derek the Trader. Derek, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's going on? Hello, how are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. No, you're okay.
Yeah, that was spot on. That was spot on what you said when it comes to marriage, because people are kind of looking at this simplistically, in my opinion. I've been married for 9 years. And if something similar happened to me like Tom Brady, yeah, that would certainly be devastating. And what people need to understand, it's also happening to him on a different level. This is a very public, event, so to speak. So it adds even more stress to an already stressful situation. So you're spot on with that argument there. That being said, I think, because there have been discussions in the past on your channel, will the red pill ever go mainstream?
Yeah.
And some people said, oh, it never will because they'll stamp it out. And some people said, oh, it might happen, but slowly. But I think it will, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because stuff like this has been happening more and more often at a very high level. What do I mean by that? Let's go back. Go back to Will Smith and the Jada incident.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes. Oh,
so,
yeah.
for example, I had no idea that things were that bad. I heard stuff, I didn't really take it seriously because Will Smith always seemed like a happy-go-lucky, wholesome guy.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Reflected in interviews, his motivational videos, and his movies. I had no idea there was trouble in paradise. And then this whole thing blew up, and, he smacked Chris Rock. We don't know what happened.
Yep.
What that happened is, I don't know if you mentioned this or the guys in FNF mentioned this. One of you guys mentioned this. They got more viewers at this because people are like, wait, I'm in a similar situation.
Yes.
I guess I'm not the only one in this. I'm not crazy. So they checked in to find out what happened. Forward after that, the whole crazy Johnny Depp situation.
Yes.
Again, I didn't know. Amber Heard was out of her mind. I had no idea. So people chimed in and be like, wait, I also had a crazy ex. She did the exact same stuff that Amber Heard did. I thought I was the only guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so people started to go into that situation. And some of the things that is going to happen with Tom Brady, like, wait, I don't understand. I sacrificed, I gave. And by the way, it does go to what you said earlier, possibly like, yeah, you're not spending the time with your family, they're unhappy, etc. But nonetheless, people on a much lower level, like maybe a CEO, or, manager of a successful business, who's kind of, at a micro level compared to Tom Brady, like, oh, I went through the same thing. It's not just me.
There you go.
So, and then they're going to be like, wait, why did this happen? Then they're going to jump on YouTube. They might find you, FNF, Richard Cooper, etc. And I think stuff like this, unfortunately, is likely to continue to happen on how can I say, these public displays of high-profile divorces.
Right.
And I think that's going to push more and more people, not necessarily to believe what's in the manosphere, but to seek answers from the manosphere.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying they'll convert, everybody like they have done to me or other, members of your audience.
Sure.
But it'll stop and make people think at a minimum, because these problems are just too common.
Yes.
Across the board.
Yes.
Right? It's kind of like, because you think like, oh, it's happening to me because I got a regular job. I'm like, no, it is literally happening, as I said in the super chat, to the best of us.
Yes, literally.
Literally, to the 1%, to the power 100.
It's unbelievable, man.
No. So, yeah, so if it can happen to that guy, bro, nobody's said, hey, the Sheikh of Dubai got divorced. I think, we discussed that, like last time. I mean, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, the list goes on and on.
Yes.
Tony Robbins.
Yes.
The best motivational charismatic speaker ever got divorced.
Nobody's immune. Nobody's immune, man.
If you go through that list, it's very long, but it's kind of glossed over because people are like, oh, well, it happens, whatever. But when it's happening in such a public way.
Yes.
And people are like, wait, this is Captain America, as you've mentioned several times. How could this possibly happen?
Right.
What is going on here?
Yep.
You know, or going back to Will Smith. Wait, Will Smith never even cursed in his rap music.
Never did.
What is going on here?
Yep.
You know? Yeah, so I just wanted to add to that, and you know, I think this will create, how can I say, more people seeking answers at a minimum.
Totally agree. Thanks for the call, Derek. I appreciate you chiming in, man. Thank you.
All right, great. Have a good day, man.
You too, man. Yeah, Derek is right, man. People are definitely going to start seeking answers because we always talk about, and True Chino in Florida, I'm going to come, True Chino in Florida, Steve in Montreal, Jordan and Pete in Louisville. I'm coming to you guys all next in that order. But what Derek talked about is absolutely correct. And we always talk about how celebrity relationships are different from, you know, regular relationships, all right? While that is 100% true, we're still men and women. No matter how much money or celebrity or status or fame you have, we're still people. We're still going to act in certain ways. Hypergamy is still real. Celebrities, they have Instagram too. Maybe one of Gisele's, and I can promise you, man, I can promise you this. One of Gisele's friends probably got in her ear. Oh, he told you he's going to retire and unretired again. Girl, you got to go. Single women keep women single. Let's go to True Chino in Florida. True Chino in Florida. You're on Live with Donovan. What's on your mind? Oops. Okay. Let us go to Steve in Montreal. Steve in Montreal, you're on Live with Donovan. What's on your mind?
Hey, how you doing, Donovan?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm good. So I actually want to ask you, like, your opinion on a concept I heard the other day.
Okay.
So what the guy was saying is that whereas we as men, as long as we're, like, self-improving and keeping ourselves in shape and, you know, kind of like staying on top of your game, making sure you have some charisma about you and that kind of thing, that we don't really hit the wall like how women will typically age out.
Yes.
And they're obviously fertility guaranteed, but then attractiveness varying how much they lose it over time, right?
Right.
But what the guy said is that for some guys, and I wonder, the reason I'm bringing this up, because I think I might be in that situation, is that we hit like an emotional wall where like I don't want to try anymore. You know, like I literally just telling your screener that I just got out of a 2.5-year relationship. It was probably the most successful relationship of my life. I actually had some advice from you prior to reaching like the commitment phase. I made her push really hard for it.
Good.
She was, I'd say honestly, like 90 to 95% compliant and cooperative, but it really just came down to the single friends ended it in the end.
There you go.
And
there it is.
It was like we had to tackle so many individual issues, which again, I had to drag her along one by one. We kind of like dealt with the things that I recognized as being not good for a relationship, total red flags. And then honestly, partially because of like the whole pandemic thing, it was really kind of a awkward time to be telling somebody to have less social connection.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
And so like I was the final battle, like the boss battle was me against the last of her single friends.
Wow.
And essentially I lost that battle, right?
Wow.
And like to me it's kind of like it was a lot of work. It was a good relationship, but like I don't know, part of my own like red pill awakening and like the path to kind of the knowledge I have now is that I did focus on self-improvement. In fact, the only reason I started dating again is that I had a friend that basically, because I tried to red pill him, he like accused me of like being misogynist and hating women. So I basically just kind of like,
all right,
I was in a position where like best shape of my life, making more money than ever. I had no issue attracting women, which is kind of, I think almost partially why he accused me of being misogynist. He's like, I don't think you like women.
Oh, boy.
He's like, I straight up don't think you like them. Because look at how you treat them. Look how you talk to them when you get approached. Right. So I was kind of like, you know what? I'll just go on some dates. And I just happened to meet a girl that I was like, you know what? It has potential based on some of the things that you've said.
Okay.
And, like, in general, she's just not as damaged as the majority of women I met. So
right.
I took a chance based on having gone out with a ton of women during that period. Probably, like, 30 women I went out with in, like, a 3-month span.
That's how many it takes sometimes,
she stood
man.
out from the pack.
Okay.
Yeah, she stood out from the pack. She was teachable. And then even then, it's still, like, the relationship fell for just these common reasons. And to me, it's kind of like, I don't know if I have it in me to ever try again that hard.
How old are you, Steve?
I'm 37.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why, and I think you're right. We do. I think there probably is an emotional wall that we as men hit, but we also hit what's called an effort wall. I've been in this relationship for 6 years. I told Devin, I said, look, this is the last relationship I'm ever doing. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it again after this because I'm just not going to have the time. And I'm not going to have the desire. You know, there's only so much emotional turmoil that you can go through before you really start to have a negative outlook on life.
Right.
I think,
and honestly, what you just said, it sums up where I'm at, because to me, I was trying to get to that too. Sorry,
go ahead.
Sometimes it's a little bit nerve-wracking. It's not as easy as you make it look to speak on air. But I feel as though, like, I just lost my train of thought. Okay. What I meant to say is that when I kind of became aware of female nature to a degree, because I think I always had more awareness than most.
Right.
I feel in my time in self-improvement, I really got to, like, enjoy my own company. I'm definitely one of the people that, like, I'm never lonely, and, like, I really enjoy my own company.
Yes.
So it really did feel like it was work. I accepted it because the benefits at least matched, if not at least sometimes outweighed the work I was putting in.
Yeah.
But now looking back at all the work I put in over that time to, like, start over with another woman, it's like, I don't know. It just seems like every time I would step into that patch, it would kind of be less and less worth it, because it's like,
no, you're right.
What am I betting on?
Dude, you're 100% right. Thanks for the call, Steve. I greatly appreciate it, man. Yeah, Steve in Montreal is 100% correct, man. He is. Relationships take, how can I put this? Relationships take so much work. They really, really do. And it's not as though, and Pete in Louisville and Truchino in Florida. Oh, Truchino's back on. Okay. Pete in Louisville, I'm going to get to you guys in just a second. It's not that relationship, right? Good relationships are never easy. It doesn't matter what time period you live in. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have peaks. You're going to have valleys. It's going to take work. But here in 2022, man, there are so many forces working against you in terms of having a loving, trusting, long-lasting relationship that it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Everything around us, our phones, our jobs, television shows, movies, everything works against men in terms of trying to build and cultivate a good, strong, long-lasting, healthy relationship. Everything is against us. All of it. All of it. And then anytime a man like me comes along and says, hey, refrain from committing to women who go to bars, who go to clubs, who travel by themselves, who are on social media, who are friends with their ex, etc., we're called women-hating misogynists. No, we love women. We do. God knows I love Devin. But getting her to this point to where she is dialed in now, dude, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing this again. And it's not that I'm jaded or anything. I mean, maybe I am jaded. It's just not worth it, fam. It's not worth it. If we didn't have so many outside forces working against us, I might want to give it another try. But dude, movies, television shows, your smartphone, her friends. Like, there's so much that you have to shield your relationship from that at some point it's just not worth it. You're just like, dude, you know what? I'm just going to use these women for sex and keep my sanity, keep my peace. All right, let's go to Pete in Louisville. Pete in Louisville, you're on live with Donovan. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Donovan, man? Can you hear me, brother?
I sure can.
Hey, how you doing, bro? Hey, I love the show, man. I love the show.
Thank you.
For a while, man.
Appreciate it.
Man, here's the thing, man, with Gisele, man. And this is just from my observation.
Okay.
All right. She knew what she was getting involved in.
Yep.
She knew dating a professional athlete and then eventually marrying a professional athlete, you have to be dedicated.
Right.
Right?
That's all right.
So I guess I'm confused as to what actually, for better or for worse means, because he wasn't beating her ass. He probably didn't talk to her bad.
Nope.
He all he wanted to do was pursue his dreams and take care of his family, right?
Yep.
Not to mention, she has a lot of money.
Yes. Right.
Right. So I guess I'm confused as to what does she actually think she's missing? Does she think time is going backwards to where she's gonna get young again? Some Benjamin Button type shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I don't get it. It's like, baby, what are you missing out here?
I think what it
number
is.
Two.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say number two. You hit it on the head when you said, and I wrote that in the chat where you said, she had an influence by her friends.
Yes.
Man, you goddamn right. She had her friends influence her to leave him because them bitches was probably jealous, and they probably been jealous from the get-go, and she couldn't see it.
And
you
they've probably been working in the background.
Man, they've been whispering in her ears since they got together.
Unbelievable.
We know this shit, man.
Unbelievable.
And Tom Brady, man, he was so focused. He probably didn't have time to evaluate her friends and what she was doing. He probably just let her do her own thing.
Yeah. As any red-blooded American man would do. But I agree with you, caller. I agree with you agreeing with me. I think this 100%, the reason why Gisele, and it's like Tom Brady is literally everything every woman wants. He's tall, he's rich, he's good-looking, he's a good father, he's respectful, he comes from a good... he literally has everything, and that still wasn't enough for Gisele. Still wasn't enough for her. Her friends got a hold of her, movies got a hold of her, and Instagram got a hold of her. Because Gisele is out here thinking that she can have a man who's a titan of the industry, but also a father of the year. It doesn't work that way. All she had to do was hold out. All she had to do was hold out for 1, maybe 2 more years. But nope. She's going to go on and ride the Sausage Express because her friend somehow convinced her that Tom Brady was not putting in enough effort. I give you the last word, Pete.
And to be all the way honest, Donovan, she look good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but
she's not like
she's 42, bro.
Like
she's 42. Like
a fucking man. Yeah, a genie in a bottle. She's not that.
No. Look. Now here's the thing: Gisele will have suitors for sure, but she's not going to have the same quality of suitors that Tom is going to have. Gisele is going to have a bunch of Pete.
Exactly.
Giselle's going to have a bunch of Pete Davidsons and Tristan Thompsons. They're all gonna try to clout chase and increase their Q rating for having smashed her. But no man of value is looking to wife up a 42-year-old divorcee single mom of two, supermodel or not. It doesn't matter if you're Gisele Bündchen or Gisele Smith. Dudes, men of value ain't looking for that. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. And one more thing, Donovan, then I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
What? It's gonna be extremely difficult for a man to top that type of caliber that Tom Brady is.
Yep.
Who's going to want to stay? Who can fill them shoes?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Like who is going to be good enough for her? Right? Like, and the men
exactly.
And thanks for the call, Pete. And the men that are be good enough for Gisele are not going to want her, guys. Listen. There are. I say this all the time. Then I'll go to True Chino and then Scott in Tulsa. The more money, fame, status, clout, celebrity a woman gets, the further she shrinks her pool of potential suitors. I've said this since episode 95, guys. The more a woman accomplishes, Myron succinctly said, he says, the more money a man makes, the more doors open. The more money a woman makes, the more doors close. And what he's talking about is doors in terms of relationships. Because in the end, that's what we all want. Men and women, like we are designed to be together. Like that's what we were put on earth for, to procreate and to be together. James Wingate with the $5 super chat. And shout out to James Wingate, by the way. Come on now. There we go. Try to give you Don DeMarco, James. Shout out to James Wingate. He's a frequent super thankser. Greatly appreciate your support, James. $5 says, I think Tom agreed to retire 2 years after leaving New England. Now he wants to keep playing. And she said no family vacation or see her family during the holiday. Maybe. But yeah, Kyle 2020 says she's alpha widow. Dude, there is never going to be. Why do you think Vanessa Bryant is still single? Like, God rest Kobe's soul. But Vanessa Bryant is not, like, no. Her deceased husband was an apex alpha male. No one is going to live up to that. Vanessa knows it. This is the price you pay as a woman being with a man like Kobe Bryant. Well, Gisele is about to find that same thing out. She's about to learn what Larsa Pippen learned as well. These dudes out here are only trying to fuck. They just want to fuck. And if they don't want to have no kids, they're going to butt fuck you. Real talk. I bet Larsa Pippen's giving her ass to, what, how many people? Because don't nobody want to walk the bitch up. Let us go to True Chino in Florida. True Chino, you're on live at Donovan. What's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, how you feeling, man? Long time no hear.
Yeah, man. What's going on, brother? It's been a while.
Yeah, man. You hit the Vanessa Bryant point. As soon as I was thinking about that, you said it. I was like, that's facts. Because nobody's messing with Vanessa at all. And Larsa's trying to freaking cop Scottie Pippen's son. So that's another story.
Jeez.
But I guess I'm not trying not to dox myself, but I'm in Tampa, bro. And not for nothing, the rumblings around here is that Tom's performance really is affected by what Gisele did 2 days prior to him talking about this whole, divorce thing, because she basically gave him an ultimatum.
Yeah.
And me and my boy was talking. I was like, you don't give a man like that an ultimatum. Nope. What is she thinking? You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, so I'm watching the game and everything, and my boy said I was there. And if you watch the stands, there wasn't a lot of people in the stands, but he walked over. He said I was there, and I walked over to the sidelines where they were talking because I guess Mike Evans dropped a pass or whatnot. And he's like, dog, you can see the energy was not there. The synergy wasn't there. They wasn't connected. They were going at it each other, and I'm like, yo, so Tom's really like taking it out of his teammates. It was a big deal, bro. It was really a big deal, and not for nothing. I'm gonna just throw this theory out there.
All right.
I believe Tom Brady came out and basically said it because Tom is the one who released it and said, "Listen, me and Gisele are no longer divorced, right?"
Right.
I believe he did that to get the monkey off his back. That's what I think he did.
So you think this happened a while back?
Well, I believe that he came out with the announcement today for his own fortitude. He basically wanted to say, okay, let me clear my mind of this.
Okay.
And let me get this monkey off my back. But keep in mind, Gisele came out 2 days, 3 days prior talking about, you need to quit or, or I'm gone for good. And Tom was like, who are you talking to?
Yeah, I'm a fucking goat.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, if you're going to do that, then I'm going to do this. I'm just going to say, yo, we're done. If anything, because you're not going to hold this over my head. So, I mean, like I said, I'm here in Tampa, and I'm following closely. Everyone's watching the way the plays is. If I'm wrong, then, we lose against the Rams that are coming into town. It's a whole week and a half. But if I'm right, no, I'm just saying, hold me to it. Hold me to it. All the fellas in the chat, everybody, hold me to it.
I think there might be something to it.
We should blow the Rams out the stadium, bro.
Listen, I think there's something to what you're saying. Because even though, going through a divorce for especially this magnitude is never easy. But now that it's out there, there's no, because, the last few weeks we've been like, all right, well, Tom and Gisele, they're going to work it out. They hired divorce attorneys. Now he just put it out there. Guys, we're no longer together. The divorce is finalized. And he's still going to be dealing with stuff in the background. But in his mind, he's like, okay, I got it over with. Everyone knows we're divorced. Now I can focus on football.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
And that's what everybody's talking about. It's like, yo, he did that. He did that just to clear his conscience, clear his mind, and said, fuck it, I need to get this monkey off my back. Because I'm not going to have this one. Well, I got to give respect to his wife. Sure. I'm not going to have this lingering over my head.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to say it first.
Yep.
And I'm leading the charge.
Wow.
So the way I see it is we're going to be facing the Rams in about a week and a half.
Yep.
That's the whole time to get acclimated. And, hold me to it. Everybody, all the men, hold me to it. I believe that we blow the Rams out if that was his move. I believe we do it.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I think I agree with you.
I got to give you props, Donovan. Oh, my fault.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I got to give you props, Donovan. 4 of your TikToks are trending. A lot of my boys are seeing it, and they go on the same way. The one that's trending is the one where you're mostly on Fresh and Fit, where you're saying about not giving your commitment without, having your standards in order. I'm not going to commit to a woman who wants to go out to clubs and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the same time, it's like, why are you able to have a man's provisioning without you doing the things that you're supposed to do in a relationship and whatnot have you? Oh, yo, all that's trending on TikTok. So just want to give you props and big ups to you on that. The RP's here in mainstream, man. The RP's here in mainstream. Everybody keep talking about it's coming. It's already here, bro. KS assured that. So just want to give you props and everything. And everybody hold me to it. Watch that Rams game.
All right.
If he comes out and blows them out, hey, what I said was right on the theory.
True Chino in Florida. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. I think there's something to what he is saying. I think Brady will probably be a little bit. I think he'll probably be a little bit more focused. We've got Scott in Tulsa coming up next, followed by Gene in Central Georgia. Then we've got Midas, I think, in North Carolina. Let me read these super chats and I'll get to the lines here. Kyle 2020 with the $5 super chat says she's going to make a video a month from now covered on Taylor the Fiend crying about how the guys are ghosting her and she wants Tom back. It's coming. It's coming. James Wingate, another $5 super chat. Appreciate that. She said in an interview about 4 years ago that he would quite and walk away, spend holidays in Brazil with her family. Now she will not find anyone like him. Dude. Kyle 2020, then you took the words right out of my mouth. Gisele is going to be Paulina Porskova in 15 years. Dude, Giselle's attractive. She is. But she's 42, y'all. She don't look the same. She doesn't look the same. Men want young women. Gisele cashed in early. She cashed in early. She married Captain America.
90 seconds.
Relax, Scott. Don't worry about that. If you're on the line, you will get on the show. Don't sweat it. Don't pay attention to the British lady. You're not going anywhere. But dude, she hit the lottery. She hit the lottery. She hit the genetic lottery, became an international supermodel, the highest paid of all time, then married the greatest quarterback of all time.
60 seconds.
And they have 2 children, and she's throwing all that away for what? The minute Gisele gave him that ultimatum, their marriage was over. Their marriage was over. Because if she really wanted to go through with it, what would have happened was, if she was really going to go through with it, like she is now, hey, retire from football or I'm going to divorce you. He clearly didn't do that. She's going to divorce him. But then if Tom Brady acquiesces and then retires because of the ultimatum, now she's lost respect for him. Now she's lost respect for him. Women don't know that when they give men ultimatums, they effectively end their relationships. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't, because if he acquiesces, you lose respect for him. If he doesn't,
10 seconds.
Now it's on you. All right, let us go to Scott in Tulsa. Scott in Tulsa, you're on Live at Donovan. What's on your mind?
Hey, Donovan. How's it going, man?
Doing good.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Basically, going back to the late Kevin Samuels, I'm 40 years old, top 5% earner.
Okay.
And was recently dating a woman who was 11 years my senior, or 11 years younger than me. So
she was 29?
Everything seemed pretty good at first.
Okay.
Yes. And everything seemed pretty good at first. And turned out, she's had some actually sizable past trauma. She tends to bring work. I know what you're going to say. She's an RN, so she tends to bring work home with her.
Mm-hmm.
And, I kind of have a 3-strike rule, and, I'm kind of done.
Okay.
And she's reached that point. So, but she doesn't like to go to the clubs. She's very homebody. She loves to read. She loves to do those kind of things, just hang out, which is something I'm all about. So how do you weigh whether it's okay, you've reached the limit and I'm kind of up to here with it, or do you say, I'm going to lay down my ego, I'm going to give her one more chance, I'm going to, see if she's, acquiesced to come around and to kind of get on my program. So how do you weigh those? What do you do? I know it's kind of a case-by-case basis, but
sure.
I mean, do you have any pointers?
No. Listen, let me get a little bit of information from you. So how long have you and her been dating?
9 months.
Okay, 9 months. And so you said, you're 3 strikes and you're out. She's reached the 3rd strike. What were the 3 strikes? What were 3 events that happened? Because this matters.
Well, the first one was just her not liking the fact that I like to hang out with my guy friends.
Okay.
We like to we have several hobbies, whether it comes to shooting guns, working on race cars, those kind of things. I just have a solid group of guys who are the guys I can count on, the guys I can talk business with, that I can just shoot the shit with.
Okay.
She would not really like me hanging out with those guys. Okay. So that was kind of the first okay, I've built these relationships over 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not giving up my homeboys for you. Let's stop it. Yeah.
Yeah. Second, she kind of took what I did for work for granted, because I can kind of make my own hours. I can kind of work when I want. It's kind of client based.
Okay.
Outside sales. So, I really have to work hard. I bust my ass.
Sure.
I'm 100% commission.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But, it's fulfilling and it works really good. But, she kind of took a lot of that freedom for granted and expected me to, kind of do things during work hours that I wasn't comfortable with. And there was some headbutting there.
Okay.
And last, there was an incident at a sporting event. She got a little loose with the alcohol, and I had to basically take her out of the place at halftime.
Oh, wow.
She was starting to make a scene. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you could start to feel the eyes on you. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay, so
that was kind of like the last kind of straw for me. Is
okay. All right. So she doesn't like going to the club. She's a homebody. She likes hanging out with you. So the first thing is not that big a deal. As in terms of her not liking you hanging out with your friends. Now, did you cut back on the time that you spent with your friends, or did you just let her know, hey, like, these are my boys, they're gonna be here, either take it or leave it?
I did cut back. I did cut back a little bit. I even cut back, and I probably shouldn't have, but I even cut back on taking clients out.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, at that point, now she's fucking with your livelihood. That's if the thing is this. If she doesn't want you hanging out with your friends, that's fine. She can not want you to hang out with your friends, but you need to start. So here's what I would do moving forward. The fact that she doesn't want you hanging out with your friends, that's not a red flag, because no woman wants her man to be hanging out with his friends and not her. So the first thing I would do if I were you is, and I'll let you know whether or not I think you should continue to pursue this, because I think this might actually be worth maybe salvaging, but it really depends on things moving forward. So go back to hanging out with your homeboys the way you used to, okay? And if she raises something about it, like, hey, you're hanging out with blah, 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 call her, or Scott, you tell her straight up, hey, these are my friends. I've known them for 20 years, okay? I like you, but I'm not going to sacrifice my friendship for you. You can take it or leave it, and tell her straight up. Guess what? If she likes you enough, she'll be like, okay, right? Now, she might not like your answer, but if she continues to stick around, then you're like, okay, right? The second thing, what was the second incident? Just taking for granted that you can make your own hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being 100% commission, it's I work whenever the clients need work.
Yeah. Listen, check this out. Strikes 1 and 2 really just comes down to you putting your foot down, right? Listen, these are my friends. I'm not giving up my friends for anybody. I like you, but I haven't known you that long. So let's get that straight. Number 1. Number 2, if she's expecting you to do things like during your workday, you got to let her know, hey, you're fucking with my livelihood here. Like, let her know, hey, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z. I got to take out a client. I've got people to meet. I'm not going, and dude, sometimes you have to speak to women very plainly. I'm not going to sacrifice potential money so I can spend time with you. Just let her know that. And then if she says, are you telling me that money means more to you than I do? The answer is yes, Scott. Yes, my money means more to me than you do.
Funny you bring that up, Donovan. I kind of said that, and she responded, well, that's just your ego talking, and that's just your,
You want to know what the answer? Do you know what the answer to that is? The answer to that is, listen, sweetheart, call it what you want. That's the truth. Call it what you want. Call it ego, call it greed, call it whatever. I mean, listen, whatever label you want to give to it. Greedy, shallow, narcissistic. Yeah, fine. I'm all those things. That doesn't change it. That doesn't change anything. My livelihood comes before my relationship, because if I don't have a livelihood, we don't have a relationship. And just tell her, I mean, do you want me to be broke? Like, and just let her know, listen, I can spend all the time in the world with you that you want to, but then I'll be broke. So do you want broke me around all the time, or do you want me around as much as you can while I'm still making my money? So those two, strikes 1 and 2, that's just you not standing your ground. Strike 3, she got a little bit loose at a sporting event. Women who get drunk in public, Scott, that is a direct reflection on you as the man. The fact that you allowed your woman to become so inebriated in a public place to the point where you had to leave, that's on you. That's on you. So if you do go back to another sporting event, let her know. Be like, hey, check this out. And dude, I would sit her down. You fucking embarrassed me. You fucking embarrassed me. You got pissed drunk. There's people. I had to get you out of here at halftime. Let her know that's not going to happen again. You are a reflection of me. Okay? If you want to get drunk and if you want to get pissed drunk, be with someone else. I don't mind us having a few cocktails, loosening things up and having some fun. But that is unacceptable. That's not a deal breaker if she did it once, because women are going to mess up, Scott. Women are going to get it wrong. You can't expect perfection. So the first time she does something, you let her know, hey, check this out. That is unfucking acceptable. So based on what you're telling me, it sounds to me like this relationship is worth continuing. It's worth continuing on. But the only condition. There are three conditions that you need to continue this relationship on. Number one, spend time with your friends like you used to. Number two, explain to her that your work comes before her. And number three, let her know that if she ever gets embarrassingly drunk like that with you in public, that will mean the end of your relationship. And at this point, Scott, she's going to tell you one of two things. She's going to say, okay, let's give it a try. Or she's going to say, you know what? This ain't for me anymore. Either way, Scott, you'll have her respect whether she decides to stay with you or not.
Got it. Thanks, Donovan.
All right, Scott in Tulsa. Appreciate you calling in. Let's go to Gene in Central Georgia. Gene in Central Georgia, you're on live with Donovan. What's on your mind?
Yes. Okay, you have the great distinction of being the very first red pillar I've called, and I have been listening to since the earliest days, maybe since Stardust or slightly after it, very early, way before you. This is the very first time, so you have the great honor and distinction of being the very first.
Okay.
That's number one.
Okay.
Number two is if she's the main subject, Gisele and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
If one's a 10, the other is a 10, and they cannot connect for a very long time. What hope is there for the rest of us who are normal?
Yeah, listen.
Like to have any kind of stability.
Yeah, listen. You're absolutely right, but you're looking at this the wrong way, right? Okay, so it didn't work out for Gisele and Tom, and yeah, I can understand. I totally understand that a man like Tom Brady, if he's not enough for Gisele, then what hope do we have? Well, here's the distinction. Gisele Bündchen is a top 1% in earning power. If Gisele Bündchen weren't Gisele Bündchen from Brazil, but she was Giselle Smith from Ames, Iowa, she would not be divorcing Tom Brady because Tom Brady had more status and clout than she did. More people knew who Gisele was before they knew who Tom was. And the fact that Gisele has this celebrity, she has this network of people, that is inevitably what led to the end of their divorce. Sylvester Stallone's wife wanted to divorce him too. But guess what? Because she was a fucking nobody when he met her, she decided to reconsider. That's that's the deal with these celebrity marriages. So don't use this, well, hell, if Tom Brady's not enough for Gisele, who is? Dude, nobody's going to be enough for Gisele Bündchen. Nobody's going to be enough for Kim Kardashian. But for average, normal, rank-and-file women, yeah, if you become above average, then, average women will certainly gravitate towards you.
The old guard would call that a sort of mating, but I'm sure your listeners know what that means.
Well, not only that, it's not just it's not just a sort of mating, it's natural selection. Like, that's really what it comes down to. It's natural selection.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one is I'm faced with a dilemma because I don't want to invest if I cannot see that the top, not even limited to Gisele and Tom, but even others in Hollywood, this one or that one, they can't have any kind of stability, whether limited to this one or not. I do not want to invest anything into any Western woman, so I'm going to go maybe to another country.
Yep.
I'm going to do it the ancient way. I'm going to approach the dad and say, make a deal or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing. One of the things like supernatural that happened to me. I'm not joking. This is no joke.
Okay.
I was deleted most of my social media, and over a couple of weeks. And on the very last day, I think I deleted either Facebook or Instagram because they're just worthless time eaters. That's all they are.
Of course.
I did that, and then I had a book on from a Christian bookstore, probably an Adventist bookstore, and it was a blue book. It was a compilation, the Book of the Angels, about how the angels play into the plan of salvation, right?
Okay.
There was this one episode where Abraham was looking for a wife for his son, right?
Right.
And we see that the servant of the house, a high-level servant. I mean, I'm sure he had more than one Abraham. He was
Of course,
wealthy,
yeah.
Went to a woman that was see how kind she was behaving. Like, would she offer a drink? Because if she didn't offer a drink, that means she's not a kind person. And if she's not a kind person, it means that she's probably unregenerate. For those who are religious, know what that word means.
Sure.
And I don't need to explain it.
No, it's all
So,
right.
it's I also in the passage it was also that they believed and knew that God was actually helping them supernaturally as well.
Okay.
Because that one incident where they connected was supernatural. That timing, right timing and right place, was not within the realm of the new supernatural. That was in the realm of the supernatural. So, and also the Bible says, who can find a good woman? Can you find one? ? It's actually a rhetorical question. It is because you cannot. It is because you are not omniscient. You cannot know the thoughts. Is this a wicked woman or not a wicked woman?
Right.
I've been pondering to myself. Well, I just saw today. I wasn't even looking at it. It was like on MSN start page. It was like a regular mainstream article. I'm surprised this is coming into the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this thing about a woman from Tennessee, I don't know, one of the main cities, and she has 11 different kids from 8 different guys, and they're all, some of them are all, yeah, and I'm thinking like, well, that's kind of hot, like a breeding fetish kind of thing, but here's a catch. If your kid is not sanctified, if the kid that you have is not having the seal of God upon them, they will all be killed by the judgment.
All right, I had to let him go. Gene, I appreciate you calling. I'm just not. I'm not into the religious thing. I'm not into the religious thing. Midas Apprentice with the $5 super chat says, she's a famous supermodel who makes more money than Tom. She's probably never been told no. As far as she's concerned, she runs the relationship. Yep. That's it. Big Mo is in the house. Donald Fitzgerald DeMarco III, Esquire. Shout out to Big Mo, the sound engineer for the #1 men's male improvement podcast in the world, the Fresh and Fit podcast. Appreciate him for gracing us with his presence. Yeah, he says 11 kids by 8 guys. Dude, that's a lot. Dude, that's a lot of niggas. Like, that's a lot of kids, fam. Like, bruh. Like, bruh. Ay. Oh, boy. Fantastic show today, guys. Thank you very much for the super chats. Thank you guys very, very much for the super chats. Yeah, listen, I mean, I heard, Gene actually, his sentiment wasn't inaccurate. It wasn't inaccurate. A lot of guys think, well, shit, man, if Tom Brady's not enough for Gisele, then all of us lose hope. No. Gisele Bündchen, she's a top 1% earner. She's a top 1% earner, for sure, right? And it's just like Midas just said, Gisele's never been told no. She's a supermodel. She's still attractive, right? She's still attractive, and I mean, she's used to being acquiesced to all the time. And I think Tom probably, I think they probably had this fight again and again and again. I think after Super Bowls number 4 and 5, Giselle's like, okay, all right. He won Super Bowl 51. That was the comeback against the Atlanta Falcons. Tom's mother was very sick. She's like, all right. They might have had and it's funny because the offseason after that, she talked about the fact that Tom Brady had concussions. Tom Brady shut that shit down. He told Gisele, hey, look, check this out. Don't be putting that out there. She didn't. She didn't anymore. Right. Then the next year, She was probably the next year he wins another Super Bowl. He's like, all right, I'm gonna leave New England. Okay, fine. Now we're in Tampa. At least we don't have to live in New England anymore. In Tampa, wins a Super Bowl. Then then Tom says, I'm going to retire. Even though he told us he was going to play till he was 45, he's like, I'm going to retire. He decided to unretire, and then that was the beginning of the end. Anyway. Great week of shows this week, guys. I never want to talk about Hafiz again. Oh my God, I never, ever want to talk about Hafiz again. So we are the Philadelphia Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies are in the World Series. We are in the World Series for the first time since 2009. And I'm excited, man. Listen, it's a very exciting time to be a Philadelphia sports fan. It really is. The Sixers are getting off to a little bit of a slow start, but James Harden looks good. He looks like he's in shape. The Philadelphia Flyers are 5-2 under John Tortorella. We're already looking better than we did all last year. I wish we could, honestly, to be honest with you, I wish we could re-sign Claude Giroux. The Phillies are in the World Series, and of course, the Eagles are 6-0, and we just picked up Robert Quinn. It is a wrap. It's a wrap. So it's gonna be it's a good day to be it's a good day to be a Philly sports fan. I'm told that there's one last story here. Okay, so Devin just sent in this story. It says using a big pumpkin as a bowling ball. Props to the security guard who handled it like a champ. Okay, let's check it out. Oh my God!
That was so good.
Oh,
you guys
doing,
huh?
We're
just trying to
Let's go. Get those shut up. Let's go. Come on.
You're a little bit mean.
Yeah, you're stupid. Come on, let's go.
As a security guy, I would be a lot more nice.
Let's go.
A lot more nice.
Let's go.
That's a big.
Let's go.
Big mother. Oh shit!
That was a good idea, wasn't it? You know, pumpkin.
No, it's dumb idea. I just told you it's dumb. Who does that shit? Throwing pumpkin on a bowling alley.
Brady Sigmund.
Take your ass home.
My ass home? I'll take my fat ass home. Let's go.
Oh God.
Fucking ugly ass bitch.
Oh shit! Oh.
I'm taking you to court.
Go.
We're going to court.
Go.
You want to fight?
Oh
Let's
shit!
fight.
You touched me. See what's gonna happen.
God, you want to fight? So she's an OnlyFans model who got. She threw a bowl like, dude. And guys, I'm an avid bowler. Okay, dude. Like, you can't do that. That can really fuck up the machines. Kyle 2020 says, "Will we inspired this?" Yes. Yeah, Big Mo says, I remember when the Phillies won that World Series against the Tampa Bay Rays. That was an unbelievable day. I also remember in 1993 when Mitch Williams gave up the game-winning home run to Joe Carter in Game 6 at the Sky Dome. That was rough. Because we had the better team. Dude, we had John Kruk, Dave Hollins, Darren Dalton. Dude, we had Ricky Jordan. We had, Lenny Dykstra. Dude, we were loaded. We were fucking loaded. We should have won. We should have won that World Series. But anyway, Great day. It's a great time to be a Philly sports fan. It is going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool watching the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series for the first time in 13 years, man. Oh, my God. You know, it's interesting. Before I go, it's very, very interesting. Devin and I, when we moved here, when we moved out here, we moved out here in August of 17, okay? The start of the 2017 NFL playoffs. Eagles won the Super Bowl. Eagles won the Super Bowl, man. And dude, wouldn't it be so cool? Wouldn't it be so cool if the Phillies won the World Series in our last year here? How about that? How about that? LM says Orioles can't even make the playoffs most of the time. Dude, the Orioles should have kept Buck Showalter, man. Buck Showalter is one of the best managers in baseball. They should have hung on to him. That is going to do it for this, the 887th edition of TSR Live. My thanks to everybody who tuned in. Shout out to Big Mo. I'll give you a Don DeMarco for this. Go Phillies in the 2022 World Series. See you guys Monday. Take care.
anyways, what are you getting ready for? Where are you going? Is that
Whoa.
poppers?
Never did that before. No. Whoa. Never did that before.
Where are you going? Is that
Whoa.
poppers?
Never did that before. No.
Are you all right?
I'm a Christian. Whoa. Everything's different, right?
Well, you know what? I usually sniff one of those.
I'm sorry.
You know.
Okay,
Yeah.